The 7Briefs. Before the highways, the skyscrapers, the power lines, there were trails carved by dreamers, defended by the forgotten, and remembered by the land itself. These aren't just images. They are living echoes of the American frontier. Moments captured between 1860 and 1905 across native nations, settler towns, and gold-dusted hopes. This is the untold album of those who came, endured, and left footprints in the dust. Welcome to the 7 Briefs, where forgotten frames meet the truth they carry. Subscribe and like, so you never miss a story history tried to bury. The Gold Rush and the Western Dream Main Street, Body, California, July 4th, 1880. The air hums with celebration, firecrackers pop, patriotic banners flutter. Once a booming gold mining town, Bodie pulsed with life, dreams, and dust. A prospector trudges west, 1890, drawn by whispers of fortune in the gold rush, chasing the glint of gold in uncharted valleys. Deadwood, Dakota Territory, 1876. From the south, the town spreads like wildfire, fueled by discovery, ambition, and grit. But the gold wasn't the only thing glinting in these lands. Some sought wealth, others just a way to survive. Native life and endurance, Oklahoma Territory, 1901. A simple camp, tents, a Kiowa teepee, strips of meat hang to dry in the sun, an ancestral practice of preservation. Open Plains, 1905. Two Sioux leaders ride with dignity. Feathered headdresses ripple in the wind, symbols of power, heritage, and identity. Stump Horn of the Cheyenne. His family and horse-drawn travois stand resilient, a quiet testament to generations who lived with the land. Chief Washakee's Camp, 1870s, Wyoming. Among the Shoshone, life carried on, even as America's borders shifted. Inside a Crow Nation teepee, 1871. Wooden supports, hide walls, and within, warmth, stories, and unity. Texas, 1875. A native chief watches his land as the Comanche, Kiowa, and Apache resist the unstoppable tide of expansion. The railroads came, but so did resistance. Tradition stood where the maps tried to erase. Daily life, survival, and skill, 1913. Two native children gaze at a roll of film, a fragile moment as tradition meets the new world. A woman preserves meat near camp, 1880s. A silent, vital act, survival rooted in ancestral skill. The Paiute Nation, 1860s. Photographed across Nevada, Utah, and Arizona. Keepers of vast deserts and ancient ways. Telegraph poles in the background, beads and hides in the foreground. A native group stands proud in the 1880s. Tradition amidst modernity. A Pueblo hunter, 1890, in New Mexico's adobe villages. Agriculture, spirit, and hunting endure. Pendleton, Oregon, late 1800s. Wooden storefronts line a dusty street. Civilization creeps into frontier silence. Villages of Stone and Spirit Sky City, Acoma, 1886. A village perched on stone, over 1,000 years old. The heartbeat of native endurance. Yosemite Valley, 1872. The cosmopolitan saloon. Whiskey, laughter, and tales taller than the Sierra Peaks. California, 1900. Men slam cards on the table, playing furrow, the fast game of fortunes and tempers. Sheridan, Kansas, 1873. A buffalo hunter's cabin. Humble, raw, necessary. Abilene, Kansas, 1867. Cattle ball beside the railroad, their final stop before eastbound trains. Mines, mountains, and Merchants Cornucopia, Oregon, 1884. Named for wealth, gold lured merchants and miners into its mountain cradle. Alaska, 1898. Prospectors pan icy streams, cold hands, hot hopes. Glen Canyon, 1900. 5 men peer into a pan. A single sparkle could rewrite their lives. Death Valley, 1900. 20 mules strain forward, dragging borax through blistering silence. Victor, Colorado. Late 1890s. Pack mules crowd the avenue. Mountain miners depend on every hoofbeat. Pierce, Idaho, 1860. A town born of gold and built on back-breaking hope. Labor, legacy, and hope. Geyser Springs, California, 1880. Steam rises, drawing those chasing healing or just a bath. Alumni County, 1866. 5 Chinese workers stride with baskets, part of the wave that shaped the West. Beaver County, Oklahoma. An adobe schoolhouse, dirt, grass, learning, built from the land itself. Nebraska, 1889. John D. Lane's blacksmith shop, where horseshoes and plow blades meet fire and forge. Arizona, late 1880s. Poker outside a log cabin, the whiskey, wagons, and worn-out boots nearby. Steel rails and settler dreams, Barringer, Texas, 1890s. A train station marks the future. Steel rails threading through old dreams. Guthrie, Oklahoma, 1889. 2 men hammer steel in the first blacksmith shop. Sparks flying beneath a prairie sky. Debermont, North Dakota, 1890s. A modest boarding house, shelter for settlers and their American hopes. Custer County, 1887. A family stands proudly beside their sod house. No wood, just grit and earth. Keachel's Lake, Washington, 1899. David Denny, a pioneer in pine shadows, shaping the Northwest. Industry on the Plains Indian Territory, 1908. Eufaula. Cattle graze near a cottonseed mill, a quiet heartbeat of rural industry. Along the Colorado River, 1887. A Mexican family builds with what nature provides: wood, will, and water. Guthrie, Oklahoma, May, 1889. A city born in a day, land rush dreams turned into dust and boards. Santa Fe, New Mexico, 1880s. Massive loads of corn stalks carried from field to table, seed to survival. Wilderness and resistance painted desert, Arizona. Wild horses gallop free, spirits of a land untouched. Laramie County, Wyoming, 1870. A topographic camp maps destiny, railroads, farms, and towns soon to follow. Nevada County, California, 1880. Poor Man Creek Mill, timber, toil, and the hum of saw blades. Haley, Idaho, 1884. Shops buzz. A chop house feeds the weary. A medicine store stocks frontier cures. Journey's End and Quiet Power, Canyon City, Colorado, 1873 to 1880. A stagecoach halts before a brick inn. Travelers atop, adventure ahead. Pine Ridge Agency, 1891. The 7th Cavalry's tents dot the frozen prairie. January winds whisper tension. A sod house, 3 people, and silent resolve. This was home. This was survival. Canyon City, Alaska, 1898. The Giaya Trail buzzes with Klondike hope, gold glinting just over the pass. Nome, Alaska, 1900. 2 prospectores pesam seu ouro, sonhos equilibrados em uma balança de latão. Yukon Territory, 1902. A woman scrubs clothes, her labor as vital as any man's. Final glimpses. John C. H. Grable, 1887. His lens captures a slaughter. Native men skin a cow. Survival documented. Homestake Mine, South Dakota, 1889. The earth yields gold. For over 125 years, it shaped lives and legends. Big Dry, Montana, 1886. Cattle and horses drink in peace, the West's true currency, grazing by the river. Clark County, Kansas, late 1890s. A herd rustles near Inglewood, industry on the hoof. Kansas Plains, 1867. A sea of grass, 185 miles from the Missouri River, but centuries from today. Dakota Territory, 1860s to 1880s. Canvas tents, temporary homes for those planting flags on others' lands. Kingston, Nevada, 1865. West Main Street, lined with hopes, shops, and whiskey-slick saloons. Pine Street, Abilene, Texas, 1881. Pharmacies, saloons, and cowboys. The dust never truly settled. Douglas Avenue, Wichita, Kansas, 1878. Unpaved streets, untamed spirit. Drover's Cottage, Ellsworth, Kansas, 1870s. A stop for cattle drivers, dusty, weary, but never done. Bismarck, North Dakota, 1895. A new capital rises, brick by brick, stake by stake. These aren't just photos, they're frozen echoes of courage, of struggle, of transformation. And they whisper, remember, subscribe to the 7 Briefs for more voices from the past and the truths they still carry.